Episode 14 of Spilling the Tea with FNB.
We still have enough fingers for this.
Yes, I'll throw the 4, you throw the 10.
Got it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Today's episode, super interesting, and I know a lot of people like this, so that's the reason why we chose
included.
it. Yeah. Solitaire Rings.
Yes.
Why, Sid?
I knew you were going to do this. We talked about this off camera. Okay, why? Well, I don't know. It's just the more that I've worked here, I feel like I've seen so many different designs, and they're all so beautiful, but I figure the one that is so, like, the one that is most versatile to me, the one that goes with everything, the one that I can just rely on as a classic is the Solitaire.
I agree. I agree 100%, and I would say a lot of people that have purchased jewelry from us, from other places that are into the classic traditional look and feel, that's versatile, that's adaptable to all different types of clothing, events, situations, scenarios, weddings, and all of that. If they want a really beautiful piece without too much going on, you know, obviously there's a lot of different designs out there, and these days, including us, we custom jewelry for everyone that has different types of unique taste, styles, and preferences, right? So for those that prefer that classic touch, the Solitaires is the way to go. So you know, and so the question when I first asked you is why, it's because, I mean, why not, right? I mean, people are constantly looking for something that is timeless.
Yeah, and I think that's what we started out with, was just you know, a metal band with a, you know, a very classic round brilliant stone in the middle. And I think that's so iconic that it just sticks with you over time, and that's what makes it timeless.
Exactly. And with today, anyway, I mean, well, basically solitaires and classic solitaires from yesteryear and many years ago is always in yellow gold, right? In today's world, we could wear it in white gold and rose gold and platinum and palladium and silver and all types. So it doesn't even have to be precious metals. It could be another type of metal. So so people love it. I mean, you could wear it in 4 prongs, 6 prongs, 8 prongs. It can be in different purities: 14K, 18K, 950 platinum, 950 palladium. I mean, you name it. We can make it. It can be set with a moissanite, a diamond, a ruby, a sapphire, a lab-created stone, any kind of stone, a square shape, princess shape, round cut. I mean, you name it, right?
And it doesn't even have to be your, like, standard shank. Like, it could be decorated with, like, filigree, metal filigree, ornately wrapped around the center stone if you wanted to, and it still qualifies as a solitaire. Right.
So the idea of a solitaire is just the beauty of the metallic look, right? Without too much of that custom work. It just reduces that the overall, I guess, idea of all the add-ons, all right? So why do people wear it? Because, again, it's really timeless. It's classic. You can wear it to any event. It pairs well with a lot of different types of not only clothing, but different types of jewelry as well too. So in other words, let's just say if you want a beautiful band with a lot of diamonds, a full eternity ring with diamonds, moissanite, or any other gemstones with an extravagant design with filigree, scroll work. I mean, you name it, right? And let's just say that's your band that you want to wear on its own. It could even can pair well with a solitaire setting next to it. A solitaire pairs very well with almost anything, and that's the reason why many of our customers love it. So it's not overwhelming. You could do and you can actually custom solitaires too. So in other words, not all solitaires are the same.
Exactly.
Right.
Like I mentioned, the filigree wrapping around the center stone.
Right.
You could play up like band width and then like work from the thick band if you wanted to add in more details there. You could add in middle grain. You could add in a whole bunch of things that could be reminiscent of like each and every era.
Absolutely, and especially if you are the type of person that would prefer a thicker band, like you said, different bandwidths, right? A lot of people prefer thicker bands. In today's world, many people prefer the thin and petite look.
Yes.
So people prefer something that's maybe 2 millimeters or less.
Right, like a dainty kind of look and feel.
Yeah, dainty type of look and feel. But if you prefer something that's 2 millimeters or above, some people prefer very thick, like 4 millimeters, 5 millimeters, 6 millimeters, and depending on your finger size, you could definitely do that too.
Right.
So just depends on what you like. like. I mean, you could custom the solitaires. You could go with different center stones.
That in turn also pairs well with fashion jewelry as well. You could just like stack a bunch next to
That's a good point.
Next to a solitaire band. You could even stack like diamond accented bands next to a solitaire, and it will look so nice and sleek.
Right, right, absolutely. And so the question is, okay, well, that's why people do it, but who actually does it? I mean, it's for everybody. It's for everybody and anybody for any occasion. It could be for your wedding. It could be for an anniversary. It could be for a birthday. It could be just a gift to yourself. It could be a a gift to an event in your life, something that you overcame. It could be something that maybe you've reached a certain pinnacle in your life, maybe a different career, maybe whatever it is, right? So it could be a gift to yourself, especially in today's world without the need of purchasing the traditional idea of jewelry with it just being, a $20,000-$40,000 diamond ring. You can buy a moissanite ring, a lab-created ring, any kind of ring, and just as a reminder of how much you've worked and what you want to do for yourself.
You deserve it ring.
Yeah, a you deserve it ring. So so then I guess the main thing is, okay, well, when can you wear it? Again, you can wear it to any occasion. So I mean, let's just say, for example, if you were to own a solitaire setting, I mean, what kind of occasion would you wear it to, Sid?
I wouldn't wear it to work out. But in all other cases, I could be walking with it, just walk somewhere, just go to the grocery store. I could go on a date. I could go to an engagement party. I could go to many, many different, dressed up, dressed down type of events, and I'd still, feel okay with it. Yeah, because I feel like with really, really decked out rings, I feel like those are like super special for those like engagement parties or just like parties where you're at a cocktail party. Right. And I feel like that would be much more of like a conversation piece if you want to get that started. But I feel like it would be just like way too much if I went to like a very casual dress down type of party.
Right.
I'm just like hanging out with friends, buds.
Buddies. Right. So that's absolutely right. And it's funny because you actually brought that up in terms of working out. I have a friend who purchased a diamond ring from us a couple of years back. They went jogging. She put her, okay, I'm not going to say how much it is, but it's in the tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh, wow, okay.
Ring, in her pocket, and she dropped it. She lost it.
No.
Yes, she lost it, and good thing they bought insurance. So if you are going to invest in very expensive jewelry, yes, there is insurance, okay? So it's just like buying a car. You should have insurance. I mean, it's illegal not to have insurance, but you should definitely have insurance if you don't already for a car when you're driving. It's the same with jewelry. You could definitely buy insurance. So in case you do lose it and so on, definitely do that because luckily for them, they did.
Right.
So they were able to get that replaced. But
that's good.
they did also had a solitaire diamond ring. And they went jogging and it fell out of her pocket. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but that was the story they told me.
On another note, don't take it to go ride roller coasters with. That'll definitely...
I had a few friends lost a couple of iPhones and smartphones on a roller coaster, yeah.
Wow, someone got a free phone, maybe intact?
Well,
I don't know.
Maybe the workers there, they'll go pick it up at the end of the day. I mean, I bet you that happens all the time.
That would be really cool. If they just had like this one area they knew things fall out of the sky and they're just like, ooh, treasures. I don't know.
Like leprechauns at the end of the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Get out of my head. Okay. Anyway.
So I do want to spend this time to kind of explain. Okay, what differentiates us between the next person that makes solitaires? Here at Fire and Brilliance, we spend a lot of time and energy in our quality.
Yes.
So we work with very reputable manufacturers that make our solitaires. I mean, obviously, we design a lot of work. We make a lot of work here, jewelry here. But we also work with very reputable people in the business in the United States that make sure that the purity is correct, the quality is good, the bandwidths are correct. If it's a 4-prong, it's actually a 4-prong. 6-prong, it's a 6-prong. It's platinum, it's gold, and so on.
Right.
So we make sure that quality is intact, and we also make sure that we double and triple check that not just because it's being made by one of these quality manufacturers, we also double check in-house to make sure before it's shipped out. So we definitely ensure that to the best of our ability. Obviously, sometimes things fall through the cracks. I mean, it happens to any business or to anyone, but it's very few and far between.
Yes.
So that's what we do, and we ensure that obviously our moissanite, our stones, our shapes, and so on, that it all goes through a quality check before it's shipped. And even when it's shipped, we make sure that our shipments will require a signature that's fully insured. So in case if it's ever lost or stolen, or anything that could happen during transit, just like the story that we talked about last week in terms of that JCPenney thing, right?
Yeah,
about $75,000 of jewelry being lost. I mean, those type of things we fully insure packages to ensure that our customers are happy in case it doesn't get to their doorsteps, in case someone tries to steal it, or here's a story I want to share. Around this time last year,
I don't know this story.
Around this time last year, there's a FedEx truck, I've forgotten which state, that one of our packages was being shipped to our customer, and a FedEx truck got in a car accident, and the truck flipped over, and the entire truck burnt to ashes. I mean, the guy got out. Okay? So the guy's okay.
I was just like,
so the driver's okay, but the entire truck got burnt to ashes, and we were notified by FedEx that your package was in there, so everything was burnt to the ground. I Googled it to look at it to see the scene, and there was just like this big, like
just to make sure they didn't, like, there was no conspiracy, like no random truck was like filmed instead.
Right. I mean, these days you can get information online and almost instantaneously. I mean, if you wait within a day, especially if it's big news with the FedEx truck flipping over, I'm sure you could be able to find it. But yes, our package was obviously insured.
Yeah.
So we're able to get that insurance money back to cover, those type of expenses, and we remade the ring for our customer to ensure that, hey, they are protected when they buy from us, because we will never ship anything out if it's not fully insured.
And they were okay with that.
And they were okay with it, and they have to sign for it, and all of that. So
because it was a natural occurrence, and like it was something that we didn't have any control over. So
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing that we could do. I mean, once it leaves our facilities, it's in the hands of the courier. We just hope that everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Right.
All we can do from there is just to make the experience better.
Right. Exactly. So that's how we differentiate ourselves in terms of the quality, in terms of the loose stones, in terms of like working with our customers. We have actual people in place. I know I've mentioned this so many times in the past. I mean, it's very hard to find a company these days. I mean, there's you can find them, but sometimes it's so, myself included, when I shop with a company sometimes these days, especially online, you can't even get someone over the phone. I mean, you could sometimes get them on a chat service, but even the chat services nowadays are responded by an automated system. You could tell.
Right, trust me, I know. I know.
You could tell it's not a real live person in the other end. It's just an automated system, because sometimes it doesn't even answer your question.
Yeah.
It's just like a list of items to choose from, and then if this is your scenario, you select here.
Oh, trust me, when I just worked with you and Linda in one office, one small office, I would hear her from behind me because her desk was behind me, and she would be getting on the phone call, with just any service or whatever, and she immediately, right when they start talking with the automated voice, she goes, "Customer service representative." And sometimes it doesn't recognize the word that she's saying, so she says it repeatedly at a very high volume, and it was just like the funniest thing. But it's something that you need to do.
It's so true, because Linda is so impatient when it comes to these automated services, because sometimes they don't even recognize your own voice. And she'll say customer service, and the automated was like, please try that again.
Right, exactly.
And she'll get so frustrated.
Or like you need to wait until the very end when they stop talking to say something.
Right.
It's,
No, I get it.
Yeah.
So the services that we provide for our solitaire rings is that from the beginning to end. Hopefully that's a service that we provide, and that's experience that we're able to provide for our customers, is that when they go to our website, they can see that we're a reputable company that works with reputable.
We're here if you need us.
Yeah, reputable people and reputable people in the industry.
Right.
And then from that point, if they need to contact a live person, we can be contacted, and it's real people on the other end.
Yes,
right?
we're real. We're real people.
And if they don't have time to talk, they could chat. If they don't have time to chat, they could email. It's real people emailing.
You could DM me on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Exactly. And then there's real people customizing their jewelry, and they can even customize solitaires. And then finally, when we ship it, we do a quality check, make sure everything's right.
Yeah.
And then once it's already shipped, even though it's in the hands of the courier, we make sure it's insured. So we have taken care of the entire step from beginning to end.
As
So
much
that's-
as we can.
As much as we can.
Because we've talked
Yeah.
about this before, where it's
Right.
like, can you own the entire process? Can you make everything,
Yeah.
make sure everything's ethically sourced, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like, that's what we're trying
As
to
much
do.
as we
It's just
can.
like, as much as we can,
Right.
we have eyes on everything.
As much as we
Watching
can.
it like a hawk.
Yeah, as much as we can. Absolutely,
Yeah.
that's a good point. So, if you've been watching, what are your thoughts on solitaire rings? What are your thoughts on the design in general, the overall look and feel? Do you like that plain metallic look, or do you prefer gemstones on your ring? Do you prefer to customize it? Leave a comment. Let us know. What is your favorite stone on a solitaire ring? Do you
Yeah,
prefer
you can
4-prong? Do you prefer 6-prong, 8 prongs? Do you
Right,
prefer
you can do fancy cuts too.
Yeah, you can do fancy cuts. You can do princess cuts, ovals. You could do crushed ice, right? So, so then, what are your thoughts? What do you like? Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Let us know what you think about the podcast so far. And I keep forgetting. We are on SoundCloud, so if you only want to listen to the audio, we're on SoundCloud, okay? So this here is being recorded, uploaded on YouTube, but if you want to check out just the audio, then find us on SoundCloud, Spilling the Tea with F&B with Sid and I. This is episode 14. Let us know your thoughts, and I'll see you again.
All right, bye.